my name's Joe, and Anthony was kind enough to ask me to share my experience using the Masterclass with you all. Long story short, I'm a second-year medical student who was so burned out by the end of first year that I had days where I couldn't even read off of a page. And it's because all I ever used was rote memorization, Anki, spaced repetition, and yeah, this stuff got me through first year, but like I said, I was just done with school at the end. Even when I started second year, I could barely go. I was still so burned out. Luckily, over the summer, I heard a lot about memory palaces and imagery and things like that, and was lucky enough to stumble across Anthony's blog, his podcast, and basically it intrigued me, and I thought, God, if there's any way out of this kind of like learning hell that I've put myself through for first year, I'll give it a shot. So I experimented with the techniques on my own, and then in the end, I just figured I'm just going to go for it. It's a little bit of an investment in time and money, but I mean, for what it could do for the rest of my life, I figured it was worth it. So and it turns out it absolutely was. I would pay 10 times that much if I wasn't in $1 million of debt. But all that aside, I started the masterclass, started experimenting, and like Anthony always says, it's not a system. You know, I won't lie, you have to make it your own, you have to put some work in, but it is night and day now versus last year. So the amount that I study, the amount that I retain short term and especially long term, the time invested for the return is just insane now. I'm spending half the amount of time studying, my grades are going up. People that like me get to see me now, which is just crazy. I mean, I am far from a genius. I'm probably the least talented med student that there ever was. And now school just kind of seems too easy. Like, shouldn't I be going to sleep with a headache? Shouldn't I be waking up grinding my teeth like I was last year? Like, am I really learning? And the answer is yes. Not only have my scores gone up for class, but studying for my first board exam, my step 1 exam, has been like bizarrely easy. My scores started out like crap, but I got into really hardcore memorization with that. And so stuff from a couple of years ago is now sticking better than when I learned it the first time. So I won't bore you with all the details, but everything from pharmacology to physiology, you know, memorization of names and, you know, like a toxic dose or something that's numbers oriented like that. You know, ordering most common causes of certain symptoms, things like that. It all falls under this broad category of things that you can memorize using memory palaces and imagery. And, you know, you make it your own. And with Anthony's guidance, it's incredibly easy. It's incredibly effective. It's all in one place. He doesn't hold anything back. There are techniques that have been around for thousands of years that are in this, but there are also techniques that are unique to Anthony, ways that will help you memorize a textbook, which is maybe medicine and law maybe, are probably the only times where you really, really need to do that, and it works. And it becomes faster so quickly, it becomes efficient so quickly, it sticks, it's magnetic. That's corny, but it's absolutely true. And like I said, it's changed my life. It's changed my studying. It's brought joy back into the way that I study. And I just can't recommend it highly enough. Take the plunge. Don't worry about the time. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth every second. It's a little bit of money, but versus what you're going to pay for school or versus just what it can do for your life, for your relationships, for your peace of mind, for your learning in general. I looked at a lot of things before I took the masterclass. There's nothing like it. There's nothing as good or as comprehensive or as clearly spelled out as Anthony's Magnetic Memory Method Masterclass. And he really does get back to your emails immediately most of the time. He's very personalized with his responses. He really cares that you learn and that you can then become sort of an ambassador to the rest of the world about memory palaces and imagery. So you're in great hands. It's worth every bit. I really, really encourage you to take the plunge and see what it can do for you with just a little hard work and time. And you'll have fun. You'll have fun. You'll have so much more fun than if you were just doing Anki and flashcards every day until your eyes bled like I did. So if you have any reservations, I'm sure you can email Anthony. Be happy to talk to people on Anthony's behalf, and just do it. It's so good. And as Anthony always says, thank you for listening, and keep magnetic. Thanks.